Very good. It's 1:30, so we will begin the liquor control agenda for today. We have a few items on the agenda. Thank everybody for coming. Unfortunately, today is the first day where we had to shovel snow, so we've had a pretty good fall. We will begin with agenda item number 1, approved minutes of the October 16th, 2024 regular meeting. We have the minutes in front of us, and if there are any changes or corrections, otherwise we would accept a motion.
So move.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any other comments? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 2, review liquor applications. 2A, transfer a Class ABH from Great Plains Hospitality doing business as Baymont Inn and Suites to University Lodging doing business as Baymont Inn and Suites, located at 1340 21st Avenue South. This is an ownership change, and Steve Sprague will get us started. Steve.
Thank you, Commissioners. Welcome, committee members. It is our first day of winter here, and I will remind everybody there is no bad weather, just bad gear, right? So if you got good enough gear, you can tackle any kind of weather. This is a transfer, ownership transfer, and it's just as Commissioner stated, it's an ABH, which is our full-service hotel license. It allows the bar in the license. It allows off-sale to hotel guests, and there is no requirement for any food sales or anything like that. We've gone through the background check. There were no items of concern on that background check, and so we do have a recommendation here of approval. We did have to get some additional information on the original application once it was submitted, and that went back out then to PD, and it came back then with the recommendation of approval.
And so, Steve, there weren't any concerns from the background check, and so...
No, so we... I've got Grant here from Public Health if there are any questions, but we had some issues with the structure of the hotel itself. The new people coming in were made aware of the issues that needed to be corrected and are working on those. Some of them have already been corrected, and others, before they approve the pool for use, the pool needs to be rehabbed and brought up to speed and stuff. So it was more, we had some issues internally more between the departments than we did with the background check.
Very good. Any other comments or questions for any of the staff? Otherwise, if we're ready, a motion?
I'll move to approve.
We have a motion. Do we have a second?
A second.
Motion and a second. Any other comments or questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Number 3 is the Police Department monthly report, the general report.
All right, good afternoon. Thank you. My name is Matt Christensen. I'm a captain for our Neighborhood Services Division. I'll be filling in for Chief Zabolski today to give you just some highlights. There really isn't a whole lot to go over, but just some incidents of note that we wanted to make you aware of. We did have one incident at Duffy's in October. A male called in, stated he was assaulted by one of the employees of Duffy's, claimed that the employee threw a rock and hit him in the head. Later come to find out that this male was digging through their dumpster. The employee told him he needed to leave. There was some type of altercation, which led to the rock being thrown. The employee claims that the other person who was digging through the dumpster had a knife. The officers are still working on following up on that and trying to get video to find out what exactly happened. We were sent to the windbreak for an intoxicated male. They actually called us there to remove him. He left before officers arrived. Officers did a walkthrough, didn't see any issues with over-serving at that point. Another one at the windbreak, we were called there for a female who was unconscious, vomiting in the bar. Officers arrived. Management was cooperative, said she'd been served 3 drinks in the span of 2 hours according to her bar tab. Paramedics came, took her to the hospital. It sounds like she may have had some other medical issues as well. Again, officers walked through, management was cooperative. And then we had another incident at Cairo. They were having a concert. Officers did a self-initiated check through the bar since it was after bar close. They did find one person in the bar with an alcoholic beverage. Again, they're able to be open through their licenses, provided they're not serving alcohol past the allotted hours. Officers made contact with the owner, notified her that they were going to be filing a report, which they did, and sent to the prosecutor's office for review with the charge of allowing alcohol to be permitted after hours. That's all I got.
Very good, thank you. And would you say we're working on that? This was kind of an issue, the after hours. Are we still working on that policy, or would you say we kind of have that in hand?
I think we have it, how we're handling it the best we can. Granted, they can be open, provided they're not serving alcohol, so our officers have been doing a very cognizant effort to make sure we're walking through there and make sure they're falling within their guidelines of being legal.
So just one more question then. So then we could have officers go through there after bar close. You could still walk through there if you want to, just to
Correct.
verify that.
Correct, because
Okay.
they are a licensed establishment, so we have to make sure they're following the rules.
Okay, very good, thank you. Any other questions? Thank you very much for sending that ahead of time, so then all of us can look at that, so we appreciate that. Any other questions? Otherwise, thank you very much.
I have a quick question for the captain. So they said they're having a concert. Is this concert going on like at 3 a.m?
Yeah, inside the bar.
Okay.
I don't attend a lot of concerts at 3 a.m, Bob, but I guess but part of it is, as long as they're not serving alcohol, they're allowed to do that, but that's what's going on. And so I do think this is something that maybe we'll need to address in the future, because especially if you had that in a neighborhood where something like that was going on. So any other questions? Very good. Thank you, Matt.
Thank you.
Very good. We'll move on to number 4, and 4A is liquor compliance check failures. Steve.
I've just received notification right before I put out the agenda that we had 5 failures at the most recent compliance check. And, you know, as this committee has recommended some lenience be built in, we haven't gotten that yet built into the ordinance. So, you know, at this point, they're going to be failures. We just haven't notified these people yet, but that will be happening here shortly. We'll get notification out, and then it'll come to you as the hearing part at the next meeting. So, and that was it really for that. It's just we had some failures and just waiting to get the notices out to everybody.
Thank you very much. And so and then the last item, I don't know if there's anything else you had to add, Steve?
Well, sadly, just as we feel like we've got a great board built and everything, received a notification from one of our members here, Mr. Stevie, that he is no longer going to be able to be on the board with us, and it's a pending retirement. Doggone, I'm looking forward to that pending retirement thing. So, wish him congratulations and thank him for his service, and good luck in your future endeavors. And that's we'll be looking to seat a new member of the liquor board.
Yeah, so I just want to add, thank you very much for your service, John. I appreciate it. And obviously we'll miss you. And to me, moving to Florida just because it snows here, that's not enough of an excuse. So, but you've done a great job and hopefully you've enjoyed it. And if you want to speak, you sure can. But thank you for your service. And I will say, so if somebody's interested, contact the city of Fargo, and I think we'll be doing an outreach.
Yep.
There's lots of committees and lots of people. It's very interesting. I think we all enjoy it and we have a good group. And so I feel a little disappointed that you're breaking up the band, John, but
Yeah.
that's how it goes. So go ahead.
Well, I was pretty close to being done with my term anyway, so I figured I was close enough. But yeah, I actually got interested in it when you were on the Jay Thomas show and you were talking about newly forming the liquor control to add citizen members. And I'm like, boy, I sure would like to get involved with that just because we've always lived very close to downtown until recently. And it's like, gosh, whatever we can do to try to keep things going on the right path. And I think we have. I think we have a lot of responsible owners. And I think, overall, it's been an interesting experience in terms of getting to know more about how it works and getting to know more about the establishments in the city. And yeah, it's been a good, fun run. Thank you.
Very good. Anything else to add? Otherwise, that's the end of our itinerary for today. So thank you very, very much and have a good afternoon. We are adjourned.